Boruto Season 3 includes episodes 33 to 50, so the final exam arc, the first Genin mission arc, the Byakuya arc, and then here and there some filler of filler episodes. Seems to be exciting in any case. Inojin is tired of drawing by himself and goes into mass production, so he prints his drawings. The future is now, old man. Well, but they last just as well, namely, not at all. Now it doesn't work at all, which is why he's very annoyed and just quits it completely. If I would lose in a painting competition against Himawari, I would probably do the same. So now he tries Ino's jutsu in the fight against Iwabi. But that doesn't work, and now he can't use Sai's jutsu either, because the fear that it might not work is way too big. And it's just impossible to get really good at something if you don't believe in yourself. So Inojin becomes Himawari's student, and as her winning painting flies across Konoha, he realizes that the difference was that Himawari drew with feelings. After that he can do it again, which is why he brings Himawari's picture to life and they dance around. What the? Creepy as fuck. The message of the episode: believe in yourself and do whatever you do like you love it. Everyone is in exam stress, except Boruto. On TV there are commercials about some weird eternal carp, so now they want to go camping and catch the fish. Boruto is afraid that he will no longer see his friends after the exam, so he wanted to do it once with all of them at the end. Boruto really wants to catch this eternal carp and eat it with his friends because it might create the eternal friendship. He even has him hooked now and everyone is helping to catch it. Sarada pulls with him, class president gets mini nue, Shikadai helps with his shadow jutsu, Mitsuki uses Raiton, Metally throws shuriken from above from Inojin's bird, Iwabi gives Boruto and Sarada a hold, Denki gives mental support, and Chocho makes the Venusaur in the Pokemon opening. Nothing. Captured, eaten, stargazing, the end. Oh no, at the end there's Toneri with a heart attack. Message: friendship is important, or something. The exams are coming up soon. Everyone already knows what they want to do afterwards, except one. Boruto. Kakashi, dressed as a reporter, interviews everyone and gives Boruto repeatedly advice. And in the end he still hasn't found it. And Kakashi wants to take over the Genin exam. Message from Boruto's side: don't think about tomorrow, enjoy the here and now. The message from Kakashi's side: have a goal in mind, if you don't know where you're going, you will never get anywhere. The theory exam is written and even without cheating or studying, Boruto could get the full score. Naruto in the Chunin exam had not even answered one. Then the practical exam starts. Everyone has to defeat Anko, Shino and Konohamaru and take a bell from Kakashi. But Kakashi has only one bell and whoever catches the bell becomes a Genin. Plus they can't lose their white headbands. And like father, like son, Boruto is just as overhasty as his father. Then there are pairings for the time being. Sarada and Sumire against Konohamaru, Mitsuki against Shino, Boruto against Kakashi, and Anko against Inoshikasho, and many others. Mitsuki gives it his all and even manages Shino alone. Boruto fucks up, but after a pretty impressive move against Kakashi. Kakashi teaches Boruto a lesson and just before he lets him fail, Mitsuki and Iwabi came to save him. Boruto was also about to give up after that, but all the filler characters talk to him. They realize now that they only can win as a team, so they try to free the captive members. They take out Anko with some tactics and a loud scream, and Mitsuki tries it together with Iwabi, Boruto, Denki and Sarada against Konohamaru, which also works. Together they now go against Kakashi as well. All of them are super determined in this, and even though they couldn't get the bell, they passed because of it. All are now Genin and their journey as shinobi starts now for real. I hope. The teams are formed. Similar to how Naruto used to kiss Sasuke by pushing him, Boruto and Sarada kiss here. It's clear that Inoshikasho are Team 10 and Boruto, Sarada and Mitsuki are Team 3. Yes, I think everyone thought of Team 7. Sarada dopes the team though, because she dopes Boruto. However, in order to change a team, they have to deliver a notice to Naruto personally. But that won't be so easy, since they don't know exactly where Naruto is, and the bodyguards are also protecting him. Even worse, because Mira Sarutobi, the daughter of Asuma and Kurenai, is the leader of the bodyguards. She now beats up Boruto easily, while Sarada just stands there around with a Sharingan, and Mitsuki holds an entire bridge where the three of them fight on it. Does Mitsuki's last name happen to be Coleman? Then after the two of them have used their strength together, it worked out. They don't want to break up the team anymore, but rename their team to Team 7. Mitsuki's past. He wakes up in the laboratory of Orochimaru and has lost his memory, as Shinobi has stolen them in battle and now they want to get them back. So Mitsuki and Orochimaru go to give this mysterious thief some memories so that he will never need any others. Mitsuki dissolves a barrier and already they were noticed. In the damn awesome fight, Orochimaru is captured. Just before the shinobi could cut off Mitsuki's nose, the poison worked, which was inflicted by Orochimaru's little snake. Orochimaru goes in and Mitsuki takes off the mask of the shinobi. He is also Mitsuki. In fact, they are both artificial humans created by Orochimaru. The elder Mitsuki gets a little philosophical about what a human really is and so on, but either way, Orochimaru sees them as his child. Both are now talking to Mitsuki, who then activates the Zenin mode, steals the scroll and runs away. Goddamn, is Mitsuki epic. Team 7 gets his first mission. Boruto is annoyingly arrogant about it. Sarada is busting Boruto's chops all along the way, telling him to stay out of her way and so on and so forth. And then when he just tells her not to get on his nerves, she says why he's being so negative. Yeah. Okay. This episode is all about teamwork again, although we had already gone through that just a few episodes ago. When they reach their destination, the mission is a bit harder than expected. Their village isn't being robbed by ordinary thieves, but by shinobi. Therefore, Konohamaru must renegotiate. Meanwhile, an enemy thought he was armor and stabbed a citizen in the heart. Just before Boruto would have died, Konohamaru was able to save him. Instead of not being as nasty, annoyingly arrogant now, he still continues to be. The enemy apparently wants to steal a document and sets the village on fire for it. The inhabitants are caught in a genjutsu and the major has been kidnapped. If they don't get the certificate of the bridge, the major will die. It turns out that the leader also murdered her father, the former major. With a plan, Team 7 goes after the kidnapper, who was killed by his hired ex-shinobi. Zabuza would only have done that if he had insulted Haku. So now they rescue the major and Konohamaru fights the two enemies. While Konohamaru was immobilized, one of the two ran after them. But he didn't stay that way for long anyway, as he was able to free himself with a Rasengan and give the enemy a scare of his lifetime. Saitama style. Then in a 3-team work, they managed the other one. Day saved, mission complete. Had awesome moments? Yes, but for such a mission you should definitely take more time. It feels like they tried to squeeze the Zabuza saga into 2 episodes. Typical cat hunting mission. Traditions just have to. Fuck! Where's the crazy cat lady? Just like Naruto back in the day, Boruto wants more exciting missions. Luckily, there's a bank robbery going on right now with no hostages. And the perpetrator doesn't really want to harm anyone or take the money, but actually just take his own life. He was a hard-working game developer who was fired by his boss in the worst possible way. Many of his colleagues had a burnout because of a game with an extremely tight deadline, and yeah, he now presses a detonator for the bomb belt, which has a 5-minute countdown. Alright, who does that? Boruto talks him out of it again with the talk no jutsu, gets him a new job and happy ending. This episode is actually just to point out how people are exploited and you shouldn't kill yourself because of that. At the end, there were also some masked guys. The last case was just to distract from another diamond heist. The Byakuya Gang, which is already known for it, has even left its business card. Sarada has a clue and now they want to take matters into their own hands. Kids, the sons of bitches, want to tie a letter bomb around a frog, but screw up and hurt themselves in the process. Deserved. A guy picks up a shogi figure from Shikadai and just walks away with it. That's theft! Well, he gives it back to him and then they play shogi all night. Shikamaru then teaches Shikadai a new tactic. It's just too bad that dinner is ready and Himari has absolutely no patience. Through more info, the 3 manage to meet the thieves for a trade. He escapes, they run after him and see that the thieves are helping people with their actions. So Boruto starts to doubt if the thieves are really that bad. Another robbery. This time Iwabi and his team get to know about it and try to catch them. This doesn't work out and Metally ends up in the hospital. That gives a telling off from Sensei Udon. The Byakuya Gang gets more and more support from the population. They are already planning the next attack. And oh no! Shikadai's shogi apprentice is also one of them. He waits again in the park and the two play again a few rounds. It comes out that Shikadai is apparently someone who rage quits. Noob. And Shikadai already thinks he's one of the thieves too. While we are at it, there's also been another theft. This time, however, they are being chased by Temari. 3 run off to the left with the loot and 1 runs off with the right without it. So it's logical that she chases after the single one. There they meet Boruto and Shikadai, who are supposed to help. Boruto does it, Shikadai hesitates. Their population is now more or less completely on their side, so they want to move on to the next phase. popular uprising for the Byakuya Gang and against capitalism. Boruto has now apparently become a political simulator as well. Some past of Ryogi. His father and his colleague always went to a mission to save people. In the process, the father died one day. The mother was also put to eternal sleep before his own eyes. When he woke up again, the colleague of his father was with him, who is certainly not the real villain, who now tells him everything about the oh so good-hearted organization Byakuya. Ryogi thinks he can help a lot of people in this process. Thinks that his father did the same, and that's why he's doing it. In the evening, there is again a game against Shikadai, and Shikadai wins this time. Thereby, Shikadai talks to him about the Byakuya Gang and exposes him. Hardly to expect it, but Ryogi decides for the dark side of the force. At Denki's father's headquarters, the largest demonstration is to take place now, which is why the Konoha police protect it especially and also use Genin for this.
Was? Sind das alles Demonstranten? Wenn die hier reinstürmen, gibt es ein Mega-Chaos.
Yes, exactly! So many arrows! How are we supposed to stop them? Shikadai figures out that the robbers are actually targeting the development company and not Denki's father's company at all. Boruto joins them and the four of them set off. Chef has attached a tracking device to them and so the hunt can begin. The population is for the most part understandably not alone like that, but they are enticed by a curse mark with genjutsu. So, dissolve. Our team faced the thieves and split fights. Inojin and Chocho get all the little ones. Only the last one had to be taken by Shikamaru. Shikadai and Boruto chased the two into the train, and the end. Sakura was laughed at because of her forehead, but when I see Shikadai here, dude. Ryogi now gets a headache and uses his Yoton. With that, he banishes Boruto into a genjutsu so that he fights Shikadai. Ryogi continues to have a headache now, as he slowly remembers what really happened back then. Shikadai releases Boruto and the boss kills one of his men. Next stop, Ryogi. Boruto goes to the boss and Shikadai tries the talk no jutsu on Ryogi, but who unfortunately is also in a genjutsu and therefore it's not very effective. The boss now tricks Boruto by jumping to the side and Boruto sees himself in the window. He disengages the wagon and takes off, while Ryogi now goes completely nuts. Uses Blizzard while Shikadai slaps him out of the genjutsu and he remembers everything. Boss is gone, or not, because Konoha's boss catches him after all. And Ryogi is now in jail, but at least happy. The Chunin exam is coming up. To attract more shinobi, Team 5 is supposed to make a PR film. In front of the camera, however, they become stiff as a board. A moment later, they overdo it, so Udon pulls them from the mission. The producer even calls them incompetent shinobi, so Iwabi tries headband throwing. Or not. Then Udon tells about his past. The producers screw up, Team 5 rescues them. I'm particularly impressed here by Iwabi, who knocks away an entire crane with his stone hammer, and Udon, who stops the falling debris with his snot jutsu. And after the rescue mission, the producer wants to work with Team 5 again after all. Someone has stolen a key and let animals out of the cage. To make order there again, Sensei Hanabi with Sumire and the rest filler women are assigned. And because this mission is far too low for Hanabi, she leaves it to the three completely. And instead of simply using transformation jutsu to sneak up on the animals reasonably, they use homemade costumes. Then there's like arguing because one can't take criticism and the other just whines. Boy, how fucking unnecessary this episode is. Even among the fillers, this is still a filler episode. A big wolf comes along and they fight him. Then there's peace again and everyone apologizes. Even Sumire, because she didn't tell them about Nur, what the two already know for a long time. This episode is a typical summary of what has happened so far. I'll quickly summarize what happened in the first episodes. Almost nothing. And Konohamaru, Udon, Hanabi and Moegi still discuss who all will allow their team to the Chunin exam. That's it. Oh no, Shino gets drunk so he can't control his insects anymore. Yeah, no, it's really over. Let's come quickly to a result. 5 good, 8 average and 5 bad episodes. This season is really pretty hard average, just like the seasons before. The last filler episodes have really failed again. And well, so far the only feeling I ever get when I watch Boruto is that I'm actually much more up for watching Naruto.